So today we're gonna do a little preventative maintenance on Alice, my school bus, and do a lube and filter change. That's the water separator, the fuel filter, and the coolant filter, as well as oil filter and oil. Come on, show you. So on the passenger side, we have 3 of the 4 filters. Here we have our water separator, takes the water out of the fuel. Back there, that is the coolant filter. And then tucked down over here, that monster right there is the oil filter. Now around on the driver's side, we have our fuel filter. That's a big one too. You'll notice I have green magnets on all of my filters. It's something I learned from an old timer. Just put a magnet on your filters and hopefully it catches more. So the major tool that's needed for doing this is a large filter wrench. Looks like this, and that'll take all the filters off and get them back on. So other than that, it's just the oil plug, so it's a pretty simple operation. Now once you've spun off the old filters and put the new ones on, I always write the mileage of the vehicle and the date right on the filter. I'm going to do that on every single filter, so then there's no question about when they were changed and what the mileage is and how long they've been in. So when doing this project, you want to fill your new filters with whatever fluid they're filtering, their respective fluids, just to try and keep as much air out of the system as possible. If you get an airlock in your coolant system, it'll stop cooling. If you get an airlock in your fuel system, then you will have to prime your whole motor, and that can be a real pain in the butt. So fill them up and you should be good to go. Once all your filters are changed and dated and you've removed your oil from the drain plug below, I'll show you that in just a moment, then you fill it back up from the dipstick fill line here once you've replaced your oil plug and filter. So this here is your oil pan, and that is your drain plug. It should have a magnet. Mine has a magnet. You clean any metal or anything off of there. Hopefully there's no metal on it. When you drain all the oil into your bin, the oil filter is right up there past it. It's a big guy. I also fill that with oil just in case. So now that your oil's all filled back up and it looks pretty good on the dipstick, you're gonna fire up the motor, let it run for a minute or so, then shut it back down and make sure that the oil is still good now that the filter and the block and everything has oil in it. You should have to add a little bit more, maybe another half a gallon or so. My motor, the DT466E, takes 7.5 gallons of oil, not quarts, gallons. So I guess that wraps things up. Always do your preventative maintenance, folks. It can save you a lot of trouble on the road.